Way out onto the track, it is your POWRi Super Stock feature. 15 laps, 400 to win. On the pole, going to be the 21W of Ted Welchmeyer and his outside the 28K of Chris Kircher. Row 2, 05 of Dale Berry. Row 3, the 2A of Ace O'Neill and the 1X of Mitchell Waters. Row 4, going to be the 164 of Michael Muskrat and the 12 of Jody Romig. Row 5, you got the 56 of Mark Davis and the 21C of Sean Clare. Row 6 going to be the 53 of Danny O'Neill and the X221 of Jerry Brown. And our 7th and final row going to be the 10R of Chris Roming and the 44 of James Neischwanger. All right, race fans, here we go. Lights are down. We will be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Welchmeyer, Kircher on that front row. McDowell, Berry, row number 2. In 3, 15 laps of distance, $400 payday green flag is going to be in the air. They'll motor off down into 1 and 2. Ted Welchmeyer going to be your race leader down the back stretch and into 3. Chris Kircher, Peyton McDowell, your top 3. Then look at the battle you got back here. 3 wide for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Almost 4 wide here in the mid-pack. Michael Muskrat going to be there trying to get around Dale Berry and Ace O'Neill. Sean Clare goes to the infield. We're going to stay clean and green. Oh, look at that. Ace O'Neill comes around the 5 of Peyton McDowell to get into third. Michael Muskrat sits there in fourth in that 164 machine. Oh, Sean Clare off the power. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The yellow is out, yellow is out. So as of right now, it is Ted Welchmeyer up front. Ted Welchmeyer, your race leader. Chris Kircher, second. Ace O'Neill, third. Peyton McDowell, fourth. Michael Muskrat rounds out your top 5. Then it's Dale Berry, Mitchell Waters, Mark Davis, Jerry Brown, green flag, back in the air. As we're going to hustle down in a 1 and 2. Ted Welchmeyer says, y'all have fun back there. We'll see you. Bye-bye. As Welchmeyer hugging the tires. Ace O'Neill going to get up into that number 2 spot, but you can't count out that 28K of Chris Kircher. Ace O'Neill leads the charge. Kircher third, Muskrat fourth, McDowell fifth. Oh, Michael Muskrat going to get that daily double. Oh, look how Waters goes around, Davis goes around, and Clare goes around. Yellow is out, yellow is out. The yellow out. Here we go, down into 3. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Ted Welchmeyer going to lead them on down in a 1 and 2. Here comes that 164 of Michael Muskrat. Ace O'Neill going to powerhouse it down the backstretch and into 3. Ace O'Neill not going down without a fight. Michael Muskrat has kind of solidified that number 2 spot, and he's got his sights set on that 21W out front. Jerry Brown coming up to battle for the top 5 spot. Him and Peyton McDowell are going to go door to door. Peyton McDowell goes a little too high. That's going to let the 221 come around. But here's the 05 of Dale Berry. Oh, Berry goes around in 3 and 4. Peyton McDowell hit the wall hard down here, headed towards pit road. Driver is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Driver is okay. They're down there getting the 5 of Peyton McDowell hooked up to the tow truck. After I didn't catch the whole thing, but he slammed hard into the front stretch wall here and just kind of rode the wall all the way to pit road. Lights are down. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Ted Welchmeyer, your race leader. Out of turn 4, green flag is back in the air. Ted Welchmeyer shoots off like a rocket. Michael Muskrat, Chris Kircher right there battling for 2nd and 3rd. As Ace O'Neill sits in 4th, Jerry Brown 5th. Laps are winding down here. Ted Welchmeyer still the race leader, been in charge since the drop of green. Chris Kircher holds on to 2nd. Michael Muskrat going to take the long way around up on the top side. Not going to get it to clear. Now Mark Davis going to jump up there and battle Jerry Brown for the number 5 spot, as they are going to be literally door to door, but Davis going to have a little more powerhouse as he's going to slide into 5th as they go down into 3. Coming out of turn 4, Davis has got 5th, Brown 6th, Berry 7th, and Romick going to be sitting in that number 8 spot, but out front all by his lonesome is the 21W of Ted Welchmeyer. Two more trips to go. White flag, 1 to go. Down the backstretch for the final time into 3. Coming out of turn number 4, checkered flagways for the 21W Ted Welchmeyer. Chris Kircher 2nd, Michael Muskrat 3rd. All right, race fans, it is time to crown the first feature winner of the evening. Down there in Victory Lane, taking home the $400 payday for your POWRi Super Stocks. Gonna get his safety equipment off. The helmet just come off. Still working on that safety equipment. There's the steering wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, your POWRi Super Stock winner, the 21W of Ted Welchmeyer. All right, race fans, you can see we're laying down some more moisture. The 21W, your super stock feature winner, going to make his way back to his pits. And I'm going to give you the starting lineup for our next feature on the agenda. Going to be your POWRi B mods. On the pole is going to be the 65 of Chris Jackson and his outside, the 11 of Waylon Dimmitt. Row number 2 going to be the 29 of Scott Wicker and the 5 of Robert White. Row 3 going to be the 55 of Colson Kirk and the 5C of Brian Cook. Row 4, you got the 2 of Eric Graves and the 49 of Mason Rodden. And row 5, the 68 of Donnie Betts, the 18C of Justin Newman. And row number 6, all by his lonesome, the 14C of Cody Crabtree. All right, race fan, lights are down. We will be green flag when they come out of turn 4 with POWRi B mods. Jackson, Dimmitt on that front row. Here we go. Nope, no start. We got a parking lot over here in turn 4. right, so as our safety crew gets Eric Graves and Colson Kirk disconnected, or we did not even get the green flag dropped, so we're going to go back to original restarts. All right, so we got everybody back in the correct starting positions. Chris Jackson, Waylon Dimmitt on that front row. Scott Wicker, Robert White, row 2. Colson Kirk, Brian Cook, row 3. Eric Graves, Mason Rodden, Donnie Betts, Justin Newman, and Cody Crabtree. Green flag is in the air as we're going to hustle on down to 1 and 2. Oh, looks like everybody's going to get through 1 and 2 clean and clear. As we're going to go down to the 3 and 4, out of turn 4, it is the 65 of Chris Jackson with Waylon Dimmitt hot on his heels. And you got Donnie Betts and Cody Crabtree around in 3 and 4, bringing out the yellow. Yellow is out, yellow is out. For the 14C of Cody Crabtree and the 68 of Donnie Betts. Lights are down. And they will be green flag. Out of turn 4, they're gonna come. Green flag is in the air. Down to 1 and 2, they're gonna rock and roll. Chris Jackson leads them. As Waylon Dimmitt still sits in second. Now look at this, you got Wicker, Kirk, White, 3 wide for third. And it's gonna go to the 55 of Colson Kirk. Robert White, Wicker gonna battle it out. Now we've kind of single filed out as White has secured that 4th spot ahead of Scott Wicker. Colson Kirk in third, right in front of Robert White. That's the battle we're watching now. Chris Jackson, Waylon Dimmitt, Colson Kirk, 1, 2, and 3. Robert White, Scott Wicker. Brian Cook round out your top 6. Eric Graves, Mason Rodden, Donnie Betts, and Cody Crabtree round out the field. The 18C of Justin Newman just went pit side. We got laps ticking down. Chris Jackson about a half a straightaway lead over the rest of the field. Waylon Dimmitt in second. Uh-oh, Robert White's off the power at the top of turn 4. Yellow is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow for the 5 of Robert White, who just drove straight up to the top and parked it. Oh, I see what it is. His drive shaft is laying in the middle of turn 4. So the 5 of Robert White losing a drive shaft. That's going to move everybody behind him up a spot. So it's Chris Jackson out front. Waylon Dimmitt second. Colson Kirk now third. Scott Wicker now fourth. And Brian Cook rounds out your top 5. Lights are down, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be green flag racing when they come out of turn 4. Out of turn 4, green flag going to be in the air. Chris Jackson. Oh, Cody Crabtree right here under the flag stand into the front stretch wall. Yellow is out. Yellow, 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 yellow. Oh, Cody. Now Cody Crabtree's climbing out of the car. Not sure what's going on. Whoa, Betts is going into the pits quick, fast, and in a hurry. A lot of commotion going on over there at the top of turn 3. Not sure what's going on or what's being said. I just know there's a lot of commotion going on. Donnie Betts pulled off the track real quick. And we've called for the tow truck on Cody Crabtree. Lights are down. Again, a lot of commotion going on. Into 3, coming out of turn 4. Green flag is back in the air. Down through 1 and 2, Chris Jackson leads them out. Oh, look out. Brian Cook around over there in 1. And the yellow is out. Yellow flag is back out for the 5. See a Brian Cook down there in the middle of 1 and 2. Single file restart out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air. We're going to try it again here in 1 and 2. Everybody single file. Chris Jackson, your race leader. Colson Kirk now down to the bottom side of Waylon Dimmitt as Dimmitt tries to hold on to that number 2 spot. And he's going to have it held on by about a bumper of a car. Colson Kirk not backing down one bit. That's the battle we're watching for 2nd and 3rd. Scott in that 29 car. Scott Wicker sits there in 4th. Eric Graves 5th. Mason Rodden 6th. Then you got Donnie Betts and Brian Cook. Laps ticking down as Chris Jackson starting to pull away. Colson Kirk up into that number 2 spot. It's all Chris Jackson who's out front with a commanding lead. But Colson Kirk starting to close the gap, trying to run him down. Gonna see if he has what it takes. Does he have enough real estate left to reel in that 65 machine? Single file. Oh, Brian Cook up to the bottom side of Donnie Betts. That's the battle we're watching. Brian Cook gonna get it around. Oh, Cook gonna get the daily double. As Mason Rodden off the power. Can he get to pit road? Yellow is out. Yellow flag coming out for the 49 of Mason Rodden, who was unable to make it to pit road. Lights are down, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Out of 4, green flag is in the air with 2 to go. Down the back stretch and into 3. Chris Jackson, still your race leader. Been in charge since the drop of green. White flag, one more trip around as it's going to be making or breaking time. Chris Jackson going to lead them on down the back stretch and into 3 for the final time. Coming out of turn 4, checkered flag for the 65 of Chris Jackson. Colson Kirk second, and Waylon Dimmitt takes home third. And that concludes our POWRi B-Mod feature. It's time to crown the champion for tonight. Down there in victory lane as he gets the safety equipment off and he climbs out of that hot rod. Give it up for the 65 of Chris Jackson. As you can see, we're going to get our victory lane photos while we lay moisture down on the speedway to get ready for the main event of the evening. Your POWRi Pure Stock feature, 20 laps, 500 to win, and here's the starting lineup. On the pole is going to be the 0 of James Reedus, and to his outside, the 14 of Derek Davis. Row 2 is going to be the 75 T of Tyler Shane and the 42 of Trevor Ellingson. Row 3 going to be the 5 of Mason Beck and the 19 of Trenton Houston. Row 4, you got the 32 of Richard Adams and the 21M of Peyton McDowell. Row 5, going to be the 68 of Rhonda Lampke and the 174 of Derek Lampy. Row 6, going to be the 21 of Carson Groniger and the 5M of Justin McDowell. 20 laps, $500 to the winner. Who's it gonna be? All right, race fans, lights are down. 20 trips around the mighty Midway. Into 3, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Down at a 1 and 2, James Reedus in the 0 going to lead them. Here comes Derek Davis right to the back bumper. Trevor Ellingson coming around on the top side. No, Houston goes way high and loops it around. We're still, and the yellow is out. Yellow is out. Caution flag coming out for the 19 of Trenton Houston as he pushed the cush a little too hard, and now he is facing the wrong direction. Hey everybody, I'm being told all the food in the concession stands is now half price. All the food in the concession stands is now half price. That's what I'm being told. Lights are down. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air. Trenton Houston got a little wild there as James Reedus jumps out to an amazing lead. Right off the get-go, they're going to come through 3 and 4. James Reedus, your race leader. Look at the battle here. Oh, Beck and Ellingson get together. It is definitely a battle and a race here as James Reedus trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Ellingson gets right into the backside of Beck. Ellingson goes around, Beck goes around, McDowell, Houston. There's carnage. It's a parking lot. That's all there is to it. Yellow is out, yellow is out, yellow is out. James Reedus, your race leader. Derek Davis, Tyler Shane, Derek Lampy, Richard Adams. That's your top 5. Then you got Rhonda Lampke, Carson Groniger, Justin McDowell. Lights are down. Delaware double file restart. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. James Reedus, Derek Davis, Tyler Shane, top 3. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, Shane's kind of, oh my goodness. We got carnage. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. I don't know. I know it looked like Shane and Davis kind of got together. Lampy, Richard were there. Groniger was monster trucking somebody. Everybody got on the brakes, swerved, ducked, dived, dipped, and dodged. Man, this is some pure pandemonium right here. All right, lights are down, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try it single file style. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. All right, so far, so good. Down the front stretch and into 1, we're going to go. Everybody's through 1 and 2, clean and clear. James Reedus leads them down into turn 3. Out of 4, it's Reedus, Davis, Shane, Lampy, and Adams. That's your top 5. Groniger, Lampke, McDowell, Houston, McDowell, Beck, and Ellingson round out the field. Derek Lampy on the high side trying to get around that 75T of Tyler Shane. Derek Davis going to impede the process as Davis pretty much running the same line that Derek Lampy is. Shane going to capitalize on that and go down to the bottom side of Derek Davis. As they come out of turn 4, it is still the 0. Reedus all the way. Whoa, contact. A little bit of contact between Shane and Lampy, or Shane and Lampy, and then Davis got in there involved. I'm so confused right now. James Reedus, your race leader, as he's got about a 3/4 of a straightaway lead. Tyler Shane holds on to that number 2 spot. Justin McDowell having some issues as well. As they're going to come out of turn 4, laps ticking down. Tyler Shane second, Lampy on his back bumper. Then you got Davis in 4th and Adams in 5th, but Richard Adams going to come right to the back bumper there, Derek Davis. Going to try to make a move for him. Trenton Houston, Carson Groniger are going to battle it out for 6th and 7th. Out of turn 4, they come. Reedus a full straightaway lead. Shane second. Tyler Shane running a good race. Kind of had a little bumper cars incident throughout the race, but there everybody's rolling. Tyler Shane holds on to second. We're going to see the cross sticks. 10 down, 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. James Reed is trying to make that lead as big as possible. Tyler Shane starting to pull away from the 174 of Derek Lampy. Mason Beck, Carson Groniger are going to battle out there for 6 and 7 as Beck's going to move in to the number 6 spot. James Reed is down the backstretch into 3. He is running that mid to high line, and he has got it set on kill tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Shane holds on to second. But Lampy not giving up. I mean, we're about a heat race distance away. And it's still anybody's ball game. Or should I say anybody's race. Who's going to take the trip to victory lane? Can James Reedus hold on? Oh, now Derek Lampy right to the back bumper gives Tyler Shane a little shot to the shorts, lets him know he's there. Now we got the first little bit of trouble. James Reed is going to have to navigate around the 5 of Justin McDowell. James Reed just gets around Justin McDowell. Shane still in second over Lampy. Two laps remaining for the 0 of James Reedus. Reed is going to navigate around the 68 of Rhonda Lamke. White flag, one more trip around for the 0. Tyler Shane still holds on to second. Out of turn 4, checkered flag waves for the 0 of James Reedus. Tyler Shane second, and Derek Lampy takes home third. All right, race fans, down there in victory lane, your Pure Stock feature winner for the 7th annual Gary Woodall Memorial, taking home the $500 payday after the 20 trips around. Give it up for the 0 of James Reedus. Here we go, Young Gun Hornets on the pole. Going to be the 85J of Joseph Aiken. Row on the outside of row 1 going to be the 66 of Max Dublin. Row 2 going to be the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont and the 18 of Carter Parrish. Row 3 going to be the 44 of Landy Dublin and the 3C of Charlie O'Neill. And row 4 going to be the 9 of Maddox Dunn and the 25 of Red Edgar. All right, lights are down, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be green flag. 12 trips around for your Young Gun Hornets. Green flag is in the air. Down the back stretch, the 85J at Joseph Aiken's going to lead them. Ryan Wolgamont right there in the 18 sits second. Max Dublin, Carter Parrish, Charlie O'Neill round out your top 5. Here comes Red Edgar in that 25 trying to get into the top 5, and he's going to get it done. Whoa, right into the back of Carter Parrish. Red Edgar could not get the brakes to work, and he kind of gave Parrish a little shot to the shorts. Oh, now look up front here. Ryan Wolgamont working on the 85J of Joseph Aiken. As 1 and 2 starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Max Dublin right there in third. Oh, look out. Aiken goes to the infield. No, he doesn't. What is going on? Aiken acted like he was going to go to the infield. Then he come right back out onto the track. New race leader, the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont. Joseph Aiken shuffles back to second. Max Dublin third. Laney Dublin fourth. And Red Edgar sits in fifth. Ryan Wolgamont got a commanding lead as he's going to cross the stripe with almost a full straightaway lead over the 85J of Joseph Aiken. Max Dublin sits there in third trying to close the gap and move into second. Look at the herd back here. Maddox Dunn, Laney Dublin, Carter Parrish. Oh, look out. Ooh, that got dicey there. Oh, Joseph Aiken having trouble. Max Dublin almost rear-ended him there. Oh, they touch. through 1 and 2. Joseph Aiken all over the speedway, having some handling issues on that car. Max Dublin moves into second. Red Edgar sits in fourth. And Maddox Dunn rounds out your top 5. Then you got Laney Dublin, Carter Parrish, Charlie O'Neill rounding out the field. Here comes your race leader, the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont. Max Dublin, Joseph Aiken, your top 3. Here comes your race leader out of 4, white flag. One more trip around for the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont. Max Dublin, Joseph Aiken, Maddox Dunn, Red Edgar round out your top 5. Out of turn 4, checkered flag waves for the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont. Max Dublin second and Maddox Dunn takes home third. All right, it's time to crown another champion here tonight at the 7th annual Gary Woodall Memorial down there in Victory Lane for the Young Gun Hornets. Gonna have to make some noise for this young man as he climbs out of the car. I see safety equipment coming off. He's got the crew down there. I bet he is excited. I bet he's shaking. He's so happy. Give it up for the 18 of Ryan Wolgamont. One final feature, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to put a wrap on this chapter. And it is going to be your POWRi Midwest Modifieds. On the pole, going to be the 8K of Tyler Cadunston, and to his outside, the 0 of Dakota Gerard. Row 2, going to be the 25J of Ryan Hargis and the 83 of Ben Newell. Row 3, you got the 7C of Derek Cook and the 77 of Zach Willis. Row 4, going to be the 28D of Dylan Dampier and the 27 of Terry Williams. Row 5, going to be the 65 Junior of Carter Jackson and the 15R of Oakley Ragland. Row 6, you got the 75 of Colby Lathrop and the 17 of Garrett Parker. Row number 7, going to be the 6T of Austin Treadway and the 25 of Eli Muhlenberg. And row number 8, all by his lonesome, going to be the 44R of Randall Cushing. All right, race fans, here we go. It's time for our final feature of the night. Going to be your POWRi Midwest Modifieds. Down the back stretch, we're going to go. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. 15 trips around with Midwest Modifieds at Midway. Look out front. Uh-oh, Tyler Knudston, Dakota Gerard, Ben Newell, they're going to be battling it out. Ben Newell going to take lap 1. Dakota Gerard going to fall in line behind the 83 of Ben Newell. Knudston going to be sitting in 3rd, Hargis 4th, and Willis your top 5. Then you got Derek Cook, Terry Williams, Oakley Ragland, Dylan Dampier, Carter Jackson, Garrett Parker, Eli Muhlenberg, Colby Lathrop, and Austin Treadway rounding out the field. And yellow is out, yellow is out, yellow is out on the speedway. All right, so right now, it is the 83 of Ben Newell. Dakota Gerard gets to pick top or bottom. And he is gonna go top side. Tyler Knutsson gonna go down to the bottom side. Ryan Hargis down to the bottom. Zach Willis to the top. And Ben Newell out front by his lonesome. That's your top 5. Lights are going off. They're going to be green flag when we come out of turn 4. Three down, 12 to go. Hey, Peyton, we'll see you later, Peyton. She's not even looking up. She's like, no. Stranger danger, stranger danger. Into 3, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Well, motor off down in 1 and 2. Ben Newell out front. Gerard Knutsson going to battle it out there for 2nd and 3rd. Hargis, no man's land in 4th. Cook and Will is going to battle it out for 5th and 6th. Terry Williams going to come up in there as well. Look at the move on Terry Williams. Cook going to slingshot around Williams as Willis slingshotted around both of them. Out front, it's all the 83 of Ben Newell, Dakota Gerard. Oh, look how Zach Willis goes up and whoa! How? Yellow is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I need somebody to explain to me how this just happened. Zach Willis went too high in 3 and 4. Literally shot straight down into the field, missed everybody, but drilled that infield tractor tire, and then drilled another infield tractor tire. Multiple things concern me. 1, nobody hit him. 2, he didn't hit anybody. And 3, he hit 2 tractor tires without rolling. Like that's like some hocus pocus magic. All right, so we're going to fix the tires after Zach Willis decided to rearrange them. Ben Newell in the 83 out front. Dakota Gerard holds on to 2nd, and Tyler Knutsson going to be in that number 3 spot. Ryan Hargis sits in fourth. Derek Cook rounds out your top five. Then you got Terry Williams, Oakley Ragland, Carter Jackson, Eli Muhlenberg, Dylan Dampier, Garrett Parker, Austin Treadway, Colby Lathrop, and then the 77 of Zach Willis rounds out the field. Into three we're going to go. Fill the workout of 4. Green flag is in the air. Down the front stretch, we're rocking and rolling. We're going to get through 1 and 2 clean and clear as Ben Newell still holds that lead. Dakota Gerard down on the bottom side trying to run him down. Oh, Gerard and Cadunston make a little bit of contact, a little bit of right side romance and left side 11. As they're going to come out of 2 and down the back stretch. Ryan Hargis up to 4th. But out front, it is all the 83 of Ben Newell leading the charge. Tyler Cadunston now up to 2nd, running a little bit higher up the speedway than Gerard. As he moves into 2nd. Now Oakley Ragland coming up trying to get into the top 5. He's going to battle the 7C of Cook. And Oakley Ragland going to be up there into 5th as Cook shuffles back to 6th. Now to 4, it's Newell, Cadunston, Gerard, your top 3. Hargis, Ragland, your top 5. Then you got Cook, Williams, Muhlenberg, Jackson, Willis, Dampier, Parker, Treadway, and Lathrop. As the laps are ticking down here in our final feature of the evening, here at the 7th annual Gary Woodall Memorial. And we've gone pretty much single file right now. About the only battles I'm seeing is the 25 of Eli Muhlenberg trying to get around Terry Williams, and the 77 of Zach Willis trying to get around the 65 of Carter Jackson. Ben Newell's yellow is out in turn 4 for the 77 of Zach Willis as he is facing the wrong direction. Okay, so due to the rules, that is the 77 of Zach Willis's. That's the 2nd caution he's brought out by himself. So due to the rules, he goes pit side. So Zach Willis's night is done. Hey, Logan, we'll see you later, bud. Try not to, melt in this Missouri weather because it's not like Alaska. Three laps remaining for our final feature. We're going to do a single file restart. Ben Newell, Tyler Cadunston, Dakota Gerard, your top 3. Been pretty consistent all night with those 3 in the top 3. Ryan Hargis, Oakley Ragland rounds out your top 5. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Oh, Ragland kind of clipped that infield tire just a little. Down to 1 and 2, we're going to rock and roll. Tyler Cadunston trying to get a run on Ben Newell, but Ben Newell is hard to catch here at the mighty Midway. 2 more trips around for the 83. Coming out of turn number 4, you got the white flag. One more trip around. It's checkers or wreckers time. Down the back stretch for the final time this evening. Dunston going to drive it in hard out of turn number 4. Checkered flag waves for the 83 of Ben Newell. Tyler Dunston second, and Dakota Gerard takes home third. All right, race fans, for the final time tonight, we're going to crown a champion here at the 7th annual Gary Woodall Memorial. He's got the window net down, safety equipment coming off. Give it up for the 83 of Ben Newell. Race fans, they're going to take their victory lane photos. And we are going to close the chapter here tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight. It's Friday. It's the start of our weekend. Everybody be safe going home. Everybody have a safe weekend. And we're going to see you right back here next Friday night for the Les Hayes Memorial.